hold me to that. In this area, in Far East Bexar County and Southeast Bexar County, we are medically underserved. We've been medically underserved for a very long time. Southeast Baptist Hospital was closed down, and I'm committed to ensuring that somewhere here in this eastern triangle between here and Southeast Baptist, we see a university health clinic. This is the second oldest community in our whole county. And it's important that the senior citizens who have been investing in taxes, paying taxes for 30, 40, 50 plus years, that not only them, but the families in this precinct have the opportunity to have a medical facility that's full service, that services them, and even more. I know we have a lot of veterans in our community, and I want to make sure that we partner with the Veterans Administration to ensure that veteran services are a part of the university health system clinic, so that they don't have to go all the way to the medical center to get their prosthesis fixed, to get their checkups done, to do just regular visits. They shouldn't have to wait all day at the hospital up there. We're going to do something creative to partner with our Veterans Administration to make sure our veterans who've made the ultimate sacrifice for our community are taken care of by our county and our administration. I want you to know that revitalization of neighborhoods has been the work of myself and my family for a lifetime. We, as many of you know, have been involved in neighborhood politics with the Neighborhoods First Alliance, where together we helped get $432 million for new streets, where streets weren't paved, in areas that flooded, new drainage. You would be amazed when my father rides down in his 86 Fleetwood Brougham, and that Cadillac with the white top on it, and he points out to me, this area used to not have streets. This area used to not have sidewalks, but we came together as a community. By the busload, we used to go down to City Hall. As a kid, I would be going down to City Hall by the busload with the neighborhood residents to try and get those streets and drainage paved. And a lot of the infrastructure, well, we have a long way to go in Precinct 4, but over the last 30, 40 years, we put in place a lot of streets, a lot of sidewalks. So nobody in this race knows more about how to get infrastructure taken care of than I do. And I want to do something very important. Precinct 4 has not gotten its fair share. I know Kirkner Road is going to get the paving that it deserves, but the whole precinct, we are neglected. We are so neglected in Precinct 4, I'm fit to be tied. We only get 17% of the streets and drainage budget, but we're 40% of the geography of Bexar County. So it must be going to other parts of town. I'm going to make sure that Precinct 4 finally gets its fair share. And when we do, not only am I going to make sure that we get our fair share of the streets and drains, but we're going to make sure we get our fair share of the contracts, of the jobs. I'm going to pass a policy of Bexar County that when we build streets and drainage and parks in your neighborhood, that we hire people from your neighborhood. Wouldn't that be an awesome thing? Good paying construction jobs, $13 to $45 an hour, depending on what you're doing, will have a major economic impact on Precinct 4. If I keep our community safe, people will want to come and invest and build housing and live in this community. If I reach out and work with our school districts and work to give people job training, we're going to improve the lot. We're going to have more tax revenue so that we can invest in the things the basic services that our community needs. This race really comes down to a very clear choice. I have a lifetime of service to this community. I was working on issues of fair contracting, of fair streets and drainage, all of the issues that plague this community, not because I was running for office, but because I care. And it's important that the people win, that the people always matter, that you always come first. And unfortunately, when we looked at the candidates that were in this race before I stepped in, we didn't have such a good feeling that some of those candidates would put you ahead of the powerful and the big money special interests. And I want you to know that every politician should have a very, very clear conversation about what are you going to do when the big money comes to you, tries to buy you off. They're going to try to offer you all kinds of things. I've had that conversation. You should ask every person that you want to vote for, have you had that conversation? And my answer to you, my commitment to you, is that when the big boys come, I will always stand with the people. As long as I stand with the people, I know the people will stand with me, and everything will be all right.